It wouldn't be an Olympics without questions about Russian and Belarusian athletes. The International Olympic Committee announced that athletes from Russia and Belarus will be allowed to compete as independent neutral athletes at the upcoming Milan-Cortina Games, continuing the approach used at last summer's Paris Olympics. They will compete under the designation AIN, which stands for Athlete Independent Neutral, without their country's flag or colors. IOC officials will vet them to ensure they haven't supported Russia's unprovoked invasion of Ukraine and that they comply with all anti-doping regulations. IOC President Kirsty Coventry emphasized that this is simply a continuation of Paris policies, with no major changes. Russia hasn't competed as a country since the Rio Olympics, facing bans for doping violations. However, the country still sent athletes under different designations, such as Olympic athletes from Russia and the Russia Olympic Committee, allowing them to compete in team events and wear national colors. The invasion of Ukraine prompted stricter measures, initially banning Russia and Belarus entirely from Olympic sports. Eventually, individual sport federations were allowed to determine whether to admit neutral athletes, leading to their participation in Paris, though only after confirming no ties to the war or doping violations. Belarusian athletes faced similar restrictions due to the country's support of Russia. At Paris, only a handful of athletes competed as neutrals, 15 from Russia and 17 from Belarus, out of more than 10,000 total competitors. They were barred from the opening ceremony, could not wear national insignia, and if they medaled, a neutral flag was displayed and the IOC anthem was played instead of their national anthem. For Milan-Cortina, the number of eligible Russian and Belarusian athletes remains uncertain. Some sports, like hockey, continue to enforce bans, while others, such as figure skating, allow limited opportunities to qualify. The IOC will carefully review social media and public statements to confirm that athletes have not expressed support for the war or participated in military affiliations, a complex task given how many athletes are tied to the Russian armed forces or receive government funding. This approach balances inclusion with accountability, allowing athletes who meet strict conditions to compete, while maintaining the integrity of the games and sending a clear message about the consequences of the war. The neutral designation ensures that participation does not equate to political endorsement, preserving the Olympic ideal of fair competition and international unity even in a politically charged environment.